Hello and welcome to Ark Survival Ascended. So this is going to be a bit of a different video. It's not going to be gameplay or a series or highlights. It's simply going to be talking about the reason why I either built structures in single player, the reason why I didn't post them, the reason why I didn't make the cut, the reason why I did post them. Pretty much just it's all of my creations that I've ever built in single player creative, just practicing the building and making building ideas for you guys. So we're just gonna go through them today. And yeah, so if you like this video, please leave a like and show that you want to see more. All right, so first up we have this structure, and this structure it's supposed to resemble the Parthenon, like in Nashville, but instead of being called the Parthenon, it's called the ARKEHENON. I saw a person build this on the old Ark, but of course it looked a lot worse because the old Ark building is terrible, like absolutely garbage compared to this Ark. But it's super cool looking, and I really love how this build turned out. This build is going to be a future build of probably like a how-to build, if I remember how to build it, and a future build of like a showcase video. But I absolutely love how this build turned out. I put some great detail into it, and this build currently just acts as my central hub for my single player. Like, it's where I put all my armor skins that I've gotten throughout the game, throughout my servers, and all my extra crap I don't need, like cosmetics and stuff. But I would say that this build is probably one of my favorite builds, and I'm probably gonna build this for a taxidermy place at some point where I place my taxidermies. But I love everything about this build. It turned out fantastic. You'll have to tell me which one your favorite build was. And so with that being said, we will go on to the next one. As people are aware, for this one, I recently made this as a Ark showcase video. I also did a how to build video on this one, but that was of the original, or no, that was of the 2.0 one. This is just a better looking one. This is just a remastered, but I did it again like this because with these building pieces that they added in the mod, the glass pieces, I thought this would look a lot better, and turns out I was right. So, you know, after I built with this structure, it turned out to be a lot better. In the floor, it matches everything, like, you know, just all the stuff looks super good together, and I absolutely, like, I appreciate very much how it turned out. And I'm definitely going to build this one. I'm probably going to build this based on rag when I do this series. I'm probably gonna build it on rag because it's just a cool little base, and on rag there's a bunch of flat spots to build that. Also, I love how it's possible to place the wooden railing fences inside this window to make this cool effect. I think that was really cool. But yep, y'all have already seen this build, so we'll go on to the next one. Okay, so this build, I actually just built this one, like quite literally just built it yesterday. This build was supposed to be the 2.0 version of my cliffside cabin build I built 3 years ago on the old Ark, but I don't like how it turned out. It didn't turn out how I was expecting it to turn out, and the reason why is because how I did the top of the build, I couldn't exactly put the towers there because that would look kind of funny. I was just testing with the slightly sloped roofs and the very sloped roofs. As you can see at the top, it kind of looks like a barn. And at the top, I kind of did something funny that I didn't really mean to do, so I couldn't really do the tower at the top. It's still a cool build, and I do have a recording of this build on how I built it. I just gotta like edit that, and I don't know if I'm gonna like actually post it because, like I said, I kind of screwed up on this build. Like this build is actually so brand new. I didn't have time to put crafting stations in at all or do any more detail. I could have like done more stuff to it, but like I said, I just built it yesterday. So here's the bottom part, the top part right here. It's got like a top balcony. What's cool is I did like this roof here where you can like see like that. It's kind of cool. But it's got top windows. It's pretty cool looking, but I don't know if I would build this as an actual like base build. Like I don't know if I would live in it because I kind of screwed up on it, but it still looks pretty cool. Like it still definitely has like a definitely cool part to it. All right, on to the next one. This is the lakeside cabin build, I think. I don't remember what it was called, but as you can see, it looks a bit different than it did before because I added a skin to it, and I kind of removed the top of it because I was trying to do something with the top. I wasn't trying to do this. I was trying to add like a cooler top to it, but I kind of screwed up. And then I just added that. So it looks kind of stupid, honestly. It doesn't look that great, but I added a skin to it, and I added these windows to it to make it better, and this door, and it still has the same look on the inside pretty much, but besides the skins. But I definitely screwed up on this one. What is that? What the heck? But yeah, the top, it doesn't look that great. I mean, it's kind of cool, I guess. It's got like a sunroof, but I big time screwed up on it because I was trying to do like a cooler, like a spiked top, like a M or something, like a shape of an M or something like that, and I just couldn't figure out how to do it. So I kind of screwed up, but it's okay because I have the final product done. I got the final video. On to the next one. This build, it turned out fantastic, and I love everything about it. It turned out great. This build, I am gonna do like a reskin of it, like a remaster, because I want to add like I want to like put the actual skins on it this time. Like probably the steampunk one would look so cool on this. Now add more of the glass pieces to, yeah, I think so I could have changed the inside a bit. I could have, like, you know, instead of got these staircases, I could have just done the like tech elevators kind of up there, but I thought the staircases made it look a bit cooler, which I still might do that as a second time. I just might do the tech elevator instead of that, is see how that looks. But I do like the staircases because I think it adds more like detail to it. This build was so easy. Like, it was super easy to do, and I want people to, like, you know, have the ability to like copy it, say if they want to, and learn from it. All right, on this build, I know what you may be thinking. Oh, I copied Syntac, I copied this, copied that. Well, that is exactly why I didn't post this on YouTube. I didn't want people thinking I copied Syntac. I took heavy inspiration from him. I copied the same style of build, but I added on my own twist to it. But I didn't post this on there because I don't want people to think I copied him, because I don't want people thinking I copied him. I don't copy YouTubers for my builds. I always come up with my own, but my own twist on builds. But I copied, like, obviously that part. I copied the whole layout of the build, well, like the whole like foundation layout, but added my own twist to it, and I'll show you what I mean by that in a minute. I want to do a how to build tutorial on this. I just got to remember how I built it. But this build turned out absolutely great. And I built this before they added like the Bob's Tall Tales and stuff. Well, I did build it before they added the Bob's Tall Tales. I just came back and added the skins and whatnot. But I put my own twist to it, because as you can see, the inside looks a lot different than Syntax. I personally like his better than mine. I added like these railing things that look kind of interesting, and stuff like this. So it looks very similar to his. I added like these skinny windows up here, but again, like, yeah, it still looks very, very similar to his, and that's why I didn't, like, you know, post it. But this build would be a perfect build for players that just like want to have like a small cabin, because it's kind of like a small cabin. It's not hard to build at all. It was very, very cheap to build. But this was actually my, like, I think first ever build that I saw Syntac do, and I was like, holy crap, the building looks awesome. And I copied the same base foundation to like get a feel for it. But this build, honestly, it turned out great. Again, I do not take credit for the, you know, foundation layout of his build. Obviously Syntac came up with that. You can watch Syntac's video, but I just added the extra detail just because I thought it looked cool. But I will give this build to Syntac. He came up with the original idea. So if you want to see that, check out this video. So this is my first ever spiral build that I built on Ark Ascended. Spiral as in like circle. It's the first ever circle build I built on here. Again, this is one of the ones I built before Bob's Tall Tales. I came back and added some skin to it, like skins to it. It's pretty cool because this is the first build that I came up with stuff like this. I came up with building designs like this. I was testing out the mechanics of the snapping. I was seeing how things snapped and all the stuff and how it works, and I found out it was possible to do that, which is cool. It's pretty sick. I like how it turned out. The reason why I didn't add this one to like a how to build, because honestly, God, I forgot how I built this. Like, I think you'll see why in a minute. Like, I was just building. I turned on some music and I was just building, having fun with the building, testing out, seeing what worked and what didn't work. But I probably wouldn't even put this on YouTube anyways, because like, I don't know, like, it's cool and I like it, but I don't know if I would like it for an actual base to put stuff in. Like, it's definitely cool. Like, I mean, this looks awesome. But I don't know, something about it just didn't sit right with me. Again, it's still cool, but I think I could have done better. I actually do think I can do a lot better with it, and it turned out kind of cool, but not cool enough for me to build a base on it. And like I was saying, I could have done better. I could have put pillars here. I just didn't think about it. This was like a test build. I was just still seeing how things were snapping and all sorts of stuff like that. This is the last build that I did, and yes, it's not much. It's something super small, super simple. This was a third structure I built on Ark Ascended, on like practicing the build on single player. It's a cool like little bridge going across water, which I thought this was honestly so cool that it was possible like to do all the snapping. Like, there's so much potential here that you can do. And with the blue glowing torches, because this is back before I knew it was possible to paint lamps to turn them colors. Like, I thought all this was so cool that you could do. And again, there's still a ton of potential that you can do with this. I mean, it's possible to add on stuff everywhere, but I thought this was like a cool bridge to do like over a small stream. You know, I thought this was like perfect. but I love how this one turned out, especially like the spot this is in. Like, look at that. There's like a stream, and it's just so beautiful. It's so perfect. Like, oh my god. Like, I would so I might actually do this sometime. I might build this bridge here, and then probably right here build like a cabin. Oh, that would look so cool. But I love this build. This build is so good. It was so easy to build, so simple. I'll probably do a building tutorial on this sometime. It'll be like, I don't know, like 5 minutes, because it was really easy, but super cool bridge to build. This base, I was going to add this base to like a either how to build or a showcase, but I don't know if you guys recognize it. It looks very similar to my Zenith tower build on the old Ark. It's because it's the 2.0 version of it. But I haven't decided if I wanted to post it or not. I mean, this build looks amazing. Like, everything about it looks awesome. It's definitely worth posting. I just haven't gotten around to it. I'm still probably gonna post this at some point, whether it's gonna be a how to build or I'm gonna post it as a showcase. But it's definitely one of my top favorite builds. Like, it's super cool. It's a great you know, base design for like, you know, just like a single person or a 2-person base. Super cool. And I did some cool looking detail towards the top here. It's pretty cool. But yeah, this is my Zenith Tower 2.0 build. And I guess we'll go on to the next one. The next build I wanted to talk about is this build. This is the build I did a how to build video on, but I don't think I did a showcase on it yet. I'm going to at some point, and I'm going to build this base on some map, probably not on Rag. I haven't decided. I might build it on a Rag, and I might build it on like what's the next map? Probably like Valguero or something like that. I haven't fully decided, but this map, or this base is super cool. I was trying to build something along the lines like a mansion type build, but I fully, you know, recommend people to like either copy it or take inspiration from it, because this build is truly like awesome. Like, it's so good. It turned out like super well. Definitely give this base a try. Watch my how to build video and try it out, because this base, honestly, it's so cool. Like, it just turned out awesome, and I absolutely love it. This base is honestly my favorite build so far. It's honestly one of a kind. Like, it's so cool. And yes, this one's also Syntac inspired. Syntac did like this part on the old Ark as like a tech base, but he didn't do a tower like this, and he did it on the ASE. But this base, I do not have a how to build video on this base, because honestly, I don't know how I built this. I was just kind of listening to music, not really paying attention, but this base turned out so good. Everything about it I absolutely love. I mean, it's so good. And yes, this base would be really expensive to build in survival, and a real pain in the butt if you don't have like a flyer. I would not recommend building this base on Aberration, because that would be absolute hell. But this base is definitely cool. It's definitely probably my favorite, if not one of my favorite builds. Probably my top 10 spot. favorite build. All right, last but not least, we have this build. I built this build on my server on Aberration. I did not do a how-to build tutorial. I also did not do a showcase on this build. This build is plenty good enough to do a showcase on. I just kind of forgot to do it, and I was gonna record it on Aberration, but then people quit playing Aberration because they said it was hard, and I just kind of forgot to do it. But this build, honestly, I love everything about it. It's perfect for Aberration. It's like a steampunk-ish style build. The thing about this build that I wanted to do a how-to build tutorial on it, but the problem is I honest to God don't remember how I built it. That's the hardest problem, and I've tried to basically rebuild it in like, you know, single player by, like, you know, taking pictures of this one and building it in single player, and I honestly forgot how. Like, I don't know why. This is the only build that I can't figure out how to build again. So I don't know how that's gonna work. I think the hardest part is like those corner pieces right there. But I plan to get this one built and do a either how-to or a showcase on it, because this build is awesome. It's great, fantastic for Aberration based maps. This is the last build I have for y'all that I built on my single player worlds. I did a how-to build video on this one. I also did a build showcase on this one, and this one is again kind of like the tower build that was on the center. This one's probably a top favorite also, because I put so much detail into this build. You know, I spent so much time on it, and I absolutely love how it turned out. I mean, I went all out. I tried to do as much detail as I could with this build, and this build would be like a perfect base thing. I mean, there's skins in the game now, so you can do it for either map, but I think it looks great with the Adobe. But dude, like, this build would be perfect for like a big clan base, or if you just want to flex on people, you can just build it solo, kind of like I would do. I would simply do it just because I like building an Ark, but this base is definitely, I don't know, if I had to, I would say the tower, like the Observatory 2.0, and this base are probably my two top favorite bases I've ever built. I don't know, I can't really decide, but this one's definitely up there.